I'm going to keep this video nice and short because I've got A-levels to do. I'm doing this video right now. I'm basically breaking a promise because I said no videos until after A-levels, and I'm doing one right now. I'm procrastinating. Yeah. Speaking of A-levels, okay, so I'm 18, I'm in year 13. Obviously, I'm going through A-levels right now, and you know, this past year and year 12, sorry if you're American or not from the UK, but this is our final year before university anyway. All I've been hearing is yippee yap 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 yap. Uni, UCAS, predicted grades, uni course, blah blah. You get the gist. It goes from one day out the other. You know, every morning you just hear, make sure you do this and that. And obviously the system, I'm not an anti-system person. I'm not an anarchist, but the system works in a way that, you know, from such a young age, you're kind of made to fit a mold, and you know, you start to believe, you don't become indoctrinated. I don't know if that's the right word. It might be a bit strong, but I don't know what year you're in right now. Maybe you're at university. Sorry, I need to burp. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to cut this or not. That's a bit shy. Anyway, so yeah, you might be at a different year than I am, but it doesn't matter. It's generally the same thing. You know, you're kind of told from a young age that you should be this, you should be that, you should be an engineer. I'm me the first, you know. I do maths, physics, and French, and I've kind of come to the conclusion that engineering is probably the thing that I want to do the most, but I don't actually want to do engineering, to be fair, at uni. I'm starting next year, if all goes well, but I don't actually want to be an engineer, honestly. I don't think I would mind it. I think if my future me told me, bro, you're some engineer, you're a mechanicien, sorry, I'm speaking French, mechanic, or anything like that, I'd be like, cool, sounds cool to me. If it's interesting, I don't think I'll mind, but deep inside, I do not want to be like that. I know what I want to be, and it sounds cringe. I want to be someone that makes content, that just makes things in general. And you know, making content is probably my passion, and it's not a really common passion that you get with people our age. And I'm going against the flow, you know, of not following the traditional path of going to university, getting a degree. And you might be feeling the same of, you know, I'm not sure if I want this life that my parents want me to have, my teachers want me to have. Sorry, I'm not looking to the camera. I'm getting distracted, but I'll look into your eyes. No, I'm looking away from the camera. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, all I need you to do, yeah, and you might be thinking, who is this guy? What is he talking about? You know, I'm not your teacher, I'm not your dad, I'm not your mum, as far as I'm aware. But, you know, either tonight or later down the week, just sit on your bed, yeah, don't fall asleep, and just think about what do you want. I don't know your name. Let me guess. No, I'm joking, I'm not going to do that. But just, you know, sit on your bed and think, what do I want? What does want? Because you'll convince yourself that I want to be a doctor, because it's what my parents want, it's what my family's been, or engineer, or whatever. And your brain will start to think, yeah, that's what I want to be. But is it really? Me personally, I've always thought that I wanted to be something that's STEM related, whether that be computers, engineering, physics, maths, something that I've always said, when someone asked me, what are you going to be when you're older? I said, oh, it's probably going to have something to do with maths. That's always been my answer, because I guess that logically it made the most sense. But when I had to think, you know, it's taken me a long time, probably like 3 years. What do I actually want? What do I want to be? How do I want to live my life? And I realized that it's not the way that I want to live my life. And if you want to be an engineer, doctor, all of that, and it's genuinely your passion, your drive, go ahead, do whatever you want to do that makes you happy. But I'm just saying that I think a lot of us don't tend to admit it, but you know, especially us year 13s, you know, we're going through a very difficult life, period in our lives, and sometimes you need to take a break, take a foot off the gas, and think, what do I want? You know, I've had that talk with myself countless of times, and it's always come to the conclusion that I don't want to be, I guess, not normal. It sounds a bit edgy saying I don't want to be normal, but it's true. To be fair, I don't really want a normal life. I don't really see myself living, you know, a career in a certain profession. I just don't see myself, and I know it sounds kind of crazy. I don't see myself having a job in like a few years. I see myself doing this. In an ideal world, I just make videos and I make stuff. But obviously the reality is different, and I'm probably going to have to go to uni, and you're probably the same. But on the long term, have that vision of what you want to be. You know, I guess there's nothing wrong with going to uni for the degree, for the qualification. But if you have that thing on the side, a dream of yours, if you want to have a clothing brand, a TikTok, whatever, just honestly do it, or keep it to the side. But make sure that you don't put it aside. Wait, I was just saying keep it aside, but put it aside. Make sure that you keep it parallel to what you do at school. Don't just toss it aside, because I think for me that's something that's really sad, that, you know, our generation's kind of like a sacrifice generation. Okay, I'm feeling like a philosophical when a granddad, but how long? Oh shit, I'm yapping a bit. Let me keep this short. Yeah, we have a lot of pressures, I think, from a young age, and you kind of lose yourself. It's really sad, I think. My point is that ask yourself what you want, not what other people want from you. And it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of balls to, you know, make a decision of what do I want to be. And if you want to be a zoologist, if you want to be a mermaid, I don't know, like anything, just honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. Because I think, you know, when you look at the happiest people, they're normally like quite elderly and they're happy with the life that they've had, and it's not normally like the busiest life. It's like quite a simple life. They've been doing what they liked all along, and I think that's not the meaning of life, the meaning of life. But I think it's one of the solutions to find that answer, because I think if you just do something that you're happy with every single day, then it's not a job. It's not. Yeah, okay, I'm waffling now, but yeah. Sorry for this video. It's a bit different than normal. I've kind of taken the mantle of the big brother because I'm the eldest in my family. I've got 2 little brothers, and obviously I've never had a big brother, and I kind of wish I had, but then I'm grateful that I didn't, because I got to experience things firsthand. You know, I'm kind of like the speed bump, so I can smoothen the road for my little brothers, and hopefully you watching this video, because, you know, there's advice that if I was told the advice, I would have thrived a bit better. But then I'm also grateful for the fact that I've lived through the experience, as tough as it may be, so that it makes me the person I am today. I'm not looking to the camera. Let me focus. But yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say. I'm going to go back to revision because I should not be doing this video right now. But yeah, the 2 things I need to learn from this video is, what was the first one? Yeah, keep pushing, as hard as it might be. Keep pushing. And the second thing is just make sure that you talk to yourself. You know, our generation, we're always on our phones, always got music. I mean, the first, you know, I've realized, like, recently I've been headphones on all the time. I'm listening to music, like when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm taking a shit, yeah, all the time. Yeah, and it's not good, because boredom, it sounds like it's bad on paper, but it's actually a really good thing. And you need time alone where you have no noise through your ears, and it's just inside your head. And talk to yourself, honestly. Maybe if it's before bed, through prayer, I don't know. Just talk to yourself, and you'll find a lot of answers that you've been seeking a long time, but you just don't let yourself listen to yourself and listen to God. Bit of a faith. I'm bugging, and I need to burp again. Yeah, that's basically it. I've yapped a bit, but yeah, these are if there's 2 things you can take from this video: keep pushing, whatever your story might be, and yeah, find yourself through moments of quiet reflection. That's all I can say. I'm gonna leave you now for real. I've got revision. I've got what's it called? I'm gonna do physics and maths, and I cannot be asked, which is why I'm doing this video. I've said this many times. See, I'm just trying to keep this going so that I don't revise. Anyway, I'll catch you later. I hope you have a nice day, a nice week, a nice year. You get the gist. All the best, and yeah, that's kind of it. Bye bye. Okay, no.